stories. You can see the camaraderie of those guys and get even more insight as to when Cooper Flagg became a Dallas Maverick.
I think it's important that Dallas is ready to play. This is a desperate team.
Nicely done, Max Christie, three-pointer.
I just think they're going to come out. Jamal Mosley, head coach, has history. They want to be ready from the start. Nice finish by Suggs on the inside.
Skip pass by Banchero, finds Jalen Suggs, a little off balance. Then finds Desmond Bain, who has had many a great well the other night. And he says, look, I'm glad he kept shooting the ball. And here's Cooper shooting from the outside, and the Mavericks make their third three of the game.
Yes,
touching there and finding the perimeter guy.
Well, Dallas has been pretty determined to take threes tonight. 5 of their 6 shot attempts have been threes as Franz Wagner. And Orlando turns it over. Now Cooper on the perimeter. A #1 pick from Duke against another #1 pick from Duke. Flagg takes Banchero off the bounce into the paint. De Silva run off the three-point line. Now he's got it back. Show and go by Christian De Silva, the second-year forward from Colorado. And he's on the floor. Jalen Suggs with the drive and the pull-up and the basket. 52 points to Toronto.
Hey, not playing well down the stretch, man. They need to turn that around.
For 3, Klay Thompson, yes sir! Ends an 8-0 Orlando run. Middleton joins the play now to even things up at 5v5, and it's Suggs with a steal. Suggs in the passing lane, looks off the defense, finds Jamal Cain for a three-pointer. And here's a steal by Carter, but it comes back into the hands of Polikitas. And one break shooter to another on the pass. Polikitas to Klay Thompson.
The way you felt about that, I was like, I can't believe how special all this is.
I always say, man, everything that comes your way, you deserve. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, he deserves it. Probably one of the quickest guys to the rim in the league right now. Nice finish inside.
Blur will.
Nembhard with it. Cooper's back in. Clay, Gafford, and Polikitas complete the lineup. A catch on the move. And flinging up a shot is Cooper Flagg.
Good presence that time.
That was nicely done. That was a Flagg fling. And in it goes. And Skin rightly said, because Desmond Bain drifted out to the corner and was wide open. Nicely done by Javon Carter of Proviso East High School. Maywood, Illinois, in the Chicago area. Pull-up 3 made by Wendell Carter Jr. Any further probe into the paint was denied by Jamal Cain. Now they've got Clay shooting a 3 over Cain. Yes, sir! Wow. Clay's cooking tonight.
He talked about it being part of the process. You know, he talked about the injury. So he's confident.
Harper's talking about tonight, like a more or less,
like 30 minutes or something.
Right.
Pull up Cooper, yes, sir.
I like him inside right there, bumping off the defense. But you know, when you're an experienced player, I won't even call Clay old.
He's mature.
Yeah, very mature. When you're a mature player.
Back in that direction. Powell, get it back to him. There you go. Swing pass, Clay, drive, slam, Cooper! Things slow up on this transition chance. Drive, dish, and Marshall for 3 from Flagg.
Not getting any simpler than that.
Yes. 4 starters, and then Powell off the bench on the floor right now. And Cooper, contact! 1 of 9 on threes in his last 3 games. And hasn't been shooting the ball well, period, over the last 3. But Wendell Carter catches deep in the paint and elevates and detonates. Missed some shots around the rim that we're accustomed to seeing make this year, but 6 of 11 from the floor. No player in the game has more points than Carter tonight. Klay Thompson has 14 for Dallas, 2-13. Tough shot, wow!
That was tough.
Difficult finish.
It was a perfect time there after the attack.
And there's an attack by Jalen Suggs.
Who has played extremely well.
Ball to Marshall from Williams. And Marshall inside. Timing's been a little off for him in his first game back after missing the last 2. Running the floor, Franz Wagner. They're down 18. Probing in the paint. Cooper puts it up and draws a foul as he scores. Wow.
Right.
Hurts the team.
I mean, you literally, Skip makes a good point. You literally lose confidence.
Here's a drive and finish again. Hello, Wendell. Cooper Flagg.
Rising confidence.
Bain, great pass. Found Carter to the corner for Suggs. 5 on the shot clock. Cooper from the perimeter, and he launches and hits again.
That was incredible because their offense was in a bad.
He will come back a different player from a shooting standpoint.
Oh, let's go.
Yes, step back 3, bullseye.
Let's go.
10 in a row for Cooper.
I concur with you on that.
That man just scored 10 points in 3 minutes.
Drive Franz Wagner, and he scores with a foul. Season high with 26.
I always felt like he was somewhat underrated as a player.
Cooper will let it fly, hits again.
He looked so comfortable in the second half. Eric Lewis was the ref. He was right in front of us at
He's been out for a while, so
Suggs wants a screen from Carter. Suggs will let it fly. He hits a 3-pointer. Man, Suggs and Carter for the Magic here in the third quarter.
Suggs and Carter sounds like a buddy cop duo for sure.
Runner in the lane. Marshall.
focus.
And a return to play game tonight for Marshall after 2 games absent due to illness. Loose ball picked up on the run. Soaring, scoring. Brandon Williams.
Not gonna.
Weaving up the floor. Gonna find Brandon Williams. And Williams with a drive and score.
He's the guy that's keeping the Mavericks.
Well, the more we see John play, the more we'll see other things come out in this game. And realize that obviously his superpower is outside shooting, but there's more in his bag than just that. Straight line drive and finish with Franz Wagner. 21 is the number for B. Will tonight. Here's Batadze in the high post, and he finds an open shooter in the corner, Javon Carter.
If you make that gamble, you better make sure.
Smith's averaged 3 points and 3 rebounds in 10 minutes per game in his time with Dallas. That was nifty by one Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner has a much better game in progress tonight than his return to play game against Atlanta the other night. At the end of the clock, they're going to the basket, and it rolls in for Clay. For the most condescending, like, get off the floor waves I've ever seen from a referee. There's a dive on the floor. Jamal Cain, Bain. Sometimes there are more important stands to take to be focused on what's going on the scoreboard.
There's no doubt about it.
With regard to the play with Cooper and the technicals that have ensued since then as DeSilva hits.
Kick me out. That was a horrible no call on that particular play. Let's face it.
Stop and pop 3 for Cooper. 30 points in the game. And of course, you got Franz Wagner and Mo Wagner. Very special for Orlando when they played that game back in January in Berlin. Cooper with 32 points, and give him 3 more. Timeouts. Hey, don't make him angry.
Something that's going to get the crowd going, too. I mean, they're already going. Just keep igniting that.
And for 3, Cooper lets it fly again. Put him in a 4-point play.
Where's the and one?
Cooper's the first rookie since Carmelo Anthony to have at least 5 games of 35 or more. Driving BA this year. Moses has done an excellent job with that. Cooper rises for a jumper. Yes, sir.
Let it go now.
Around 11, between 10 and 11 months younger than Jennings if he got to 50 tonight. Banchero in the paint. So he's back. He didn't foul out, obviously, with the successful challenge. And checking those boxes and checking those numbers. And so, as a rookie, when you have already elevated yourself to a two-way versatility level that's on par with Şengün,
I just think everybody that watches Cooper Flagg.
Turnaround shot. Bullseye. Up or go outside. That's what he's doing, going outside.
Give yourself some room.
Yeah, from the corner. He does give himself a little bit of room, not much. Give the people what they want to see tonight.
He's doing the OJ's routine.
Carter with a pull-up. New season best for Wendell Carter Jr. Great game for him tonight, 28. Well, no teenager has ever scored 50 points in an NBA game. There's a chance for it right here, right now. It's happened. And 1.
Yes, sir.
And then they got a season high from Wendell Carter Jr. tonight.